The next exercise I'm going to show you is number 4 in the 8 pieces of brocade. And it's called looking back over shoulder. And looking back over your shoulder is an exercise which is extremely beneficial to your spine, your thighs, your eyes. Very good for the nervous system because we have so many nerves connected with our spine. It's great for relieving fatigue. I teach it to a lot of people who have really serious issues with their backs, where they can't do many exercises. They definitely can't do any forward bends or side bends because they would be in danger of injuring their back. This is an exercise that anybody with a back problem, pretty much anybody can do, and it's super, super safe. So it's a really lovely exercise. So I'm going to show that to you now, and it's ideally done if you're in a standing position. So I would encourage you to stand if you'd like to for this exercise, but you can also do it sitting if you feel that you just don't have the energy to be standing today. Okay, so I'm just going to stand up now and show you. So in your standing position, you again want to have your feet facing forwards, they're parallel, and your knees are slightly bent, not falling in towards each other and not out like this. A lot of people find that this parallel position of the legs, of the knee, of the feet is quite tricky, especially if you've got any issues with your hips, because what this position, this standing position, requires movement in the hips, which pulls everything in from the sides. And a lot of people don't have the flexibility on the outsides of the hips to be able to do that. So some people find that they do have to point the toes out slightly just to take the pressure off this area. But if you can be thinking all the time of working towards this stance where you have the feet parallel, then that's extremely beneficial for strengthening in the hips and the lower back. Even just standing is a Qigong exercise. Okay, so you're in this nice relaxed stance. Again, shoulders nice and relaxed. This exercise is dead easy in terms of movement in comparison to the previous one that I taught you. So smiling and breathing, just close the eyes for a moment. Breathing into the belly for 2 or 3 breaths. So for the movement of looking back over shoulder, just lifting the hands and pressing the palms down. Just gently, no great tension here. The elbows are locked though, they're not, but not really tight. They're fairly straight. And you have the palms facing down towards the ground. The hands are in front of your hip bones or your thighs, and the fingers are facing towards each other. Now, you can't see this on the video right now, so I'm going to hold my hand up and show you. What you want to do is your very, very best to spread the fingers as far away from each other as possible. So when my hand's in that position, I'm looking to open my hand as much as I can, rather than have the hand close with the fingers closed. You want to pretend that your fingers are all allergic to each other and that they're moving away from each other, okay? So you have that lovely open, very, very open position in the hand. And from here, the focus of the pressure, the downwards pressure, is in the heel of the hand, in this part. So you're looking to press this part down, but at the same time, pull the fingers up. And that creates even more of a stretch. And you'll feel that stretch. Just hold that there now and feel that stretch on the insides of the wrists, going up the insides of the forearms. And the more you press in the heels of the hands, the more you feel that stretch. So that's your starting position. Relax the hands, give them a shake out. Even holding that starting position can be, can be tricky enough in terms of you'll feel stuff going on. Okay, so coming to your starting position now, spreading the fingers, standing up tall, tucking the chin back towards the throat and smiling and breathing. Just for a moment, bring your mind to your feet and just check that you feel really well grounded and balanced. Think about the soles of your feet, holding and the ground holding you up, balancing you, acting as a really solid anchor. So from here, what you're going to do is keeping the palms facing towards the ground, you're going to turn the fingers outwards. The elbows stay fairly close to the body. In fact, my elbows are touching my body here. So the palms staying parallel to the ground, fingers going out to the sides. And as far as you can go with the fingers and the thumbs, and still keep the palms parallel, going towards the sides and almost trying to reach back to the body, but not allowing the elbows to come out, keeping them close. And from here now, you're going to think of relaxing everything, let the hands drop down, and the palms are coming to face forwards now. And this is as though you're scooping up lovely energy from the earth, bringing the palms forwards and up very slightly by bending in the elbows, keeping the shoulders relaxed though. And then allowing the palms to come over and down. So let's just practice the hand movement again before we bring the actual looking back over shoulder movement in. So spreading the fingers and then moving the lower parts of the arms and the hands all the way around towards the back of the body. So with this lovely rotation, when you reach the extent of what's available to you in terms of that movement, then relax and scooping up, very, very relaxed here now. No tension, just gently lifting the elbows. Almost imagine your hands floating up a little. And then in whatever way works for you, turning the hands over, palms coming back down. Okay, so that's the hand movement. So as we do this now, as you turn the hands out to the side, just look back over one shoulder. Keep the chin parallel with the ground, if you can. Try not to let the chin drop down or the head come up. So just go as far as you can with the head and the neck. And then as you relax the hands and scoop up the lovely energy from the ground, from the earth, allow the head to come back to the center. And again, pushing down. And turn to the other side now. This is a great exercise to practice in the mirror, just to check whether or not your chin is actually parallel to the ground. I know I have a tendency to lift it a little, and it's really difficult in space to know where your head is when you're turning like this. Coming back towards the center. And over. And now with the breath, take a breath in through the nose and then breathe out through the nose as you look back over the shoulder. Breathing in, coming back to the center, and breathing out as you press the palms down. Breathing in, and then going to the side, breathing out. Breathing in, palms turn over, breathing out, pushing them down towards the ground. Breathe in, look back over the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, if you want to speed this up a little bit with the breath, and you don't have to by any means, obviously these exercises are best done really slowly, but I tend to link it all together. So I'm from here, breathe in, breathe out to the side, breathe in, scooping up the chi. And then from here, as I push the palms down and breathe out, I look back to the other side straight away. The reason I link them together like this with the breath is I find that it feels a little bit more flowing for me, and it may do for you as well. So here, this breath is all the way out, pressing the palms down and out to the side to look over the shoulder. And then breathe into the center. So you can do it in 4 breaths, or you can do it in 2 breaths. And this exercise, believe it or not, is really beneficial for your eyes, because you're looking and you're using the eye muscles. You really want to be looking as far back as you can with your eye muscles as well. And it's using muscles that you perhaps don't use so much on a regular basis, by just creating that little bit more of a stretch in those muscles to be able to do this movement. And you can see how safe it is in terms of a back exercise, but this is creating a whole spinal twist. Not so much on a muscular level, although definitely it does in the neck, so it would really benefit your neck, but very much so on an energetic level, because the hand movement is really helping to stimulate the flow of qi in 6 major channels of qi flow, and they all will be connected with the back, and then from the hands and the arms flow into the internal organs. So really enjoy this contrast between tension when we press down and spread the fingers apart. This is quite a tense movement, and then really enjoy that lovely letting go and releasing as you come back to your central position. Thinking in your mind now, as you turn to the side, of qi running down your legs into your feet. And then as you come back to the center, think of drawing that qi back up your legs to the lower back as you scoop up with your hands. So qi is going down the legs as you turn the head to the side. Think of your heels, not just the balls of your feet, the heels, the whole of the sole of your foot. And then from here, drawing up lovely, energizing qi from the ground, from the earth, up through the legs to the base of the spine as you come back to the center. And this is a wonderful exercise to practice in bare feet, in the garden, or in a forest, or on the beach, because you'll really get the benefit of the very powerful qi that comes up from the ground in the natural environment. And we'll just do 2 more, 1 to each side. And to finish this exercise, very simply, drawing the hands up, pushing the palms down, and then allowing them just to relax by the sides of your body. Close the eyes for a moment, relax your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, bringing your mind to your hands, and just observing how your hands and your arms feel right now. Is there any difference in temperature? Do they feel hotter or colder than at the beginning of your practice today? Do they feel heavier or lighter? Do they feel more swollen? Like they're like sausages, or your fingers are like bananas? Do they feel much bigger? Is there any tingling sensation in the hands? So all of those observations indicate that the qi is flowing through your hands, that you've created those conditions to really encourage much more open, free-flowing qi. So that is the looking back over shoulder exercise. So As I said at the beginning, it's a really lovely, safe exercise which you can perform sitting or standing. It's really beneficial for the spine, the whole of the back, all the way down the legs. It really helps the thighs, because even standing in this position and working with this exercise is very strengthening for the thighs. It benefits the nervous system, the eyes, because you're looking back over the shoulder. Very obviously, on a physical level, it helps the neck and shoulders, because you've got this lovely twist going on as you look back. And also with the fingers so far kind of spread apart from each other, it really brings a lot more circulation into your hands, really creates a lot more mobility in the wrists. So anybody with anything arthritic in the hands, or carpal tunnel syndrome, or any kind of issues like that, it will really help to bring a lot more chi into this area. And when the chi is flowing, then the body naturally brings itself back into balance. Where the chi flows, the blood tends to follow, and the blood is what brings all the nourishment and repair to our bodies. So if we can get more blood into certain areas, then more nourishment and repair can occur. So I do hope you enjoyed that one. And that, remember, was number 4 of the 8 pieces of brocade exercise.